Dr. Eben Alexander and Dr. Mary Neal are back. Now, they both had near-death experiences that changed everything they believed about the afterlife. And now they say they have messages from heaven that you need to know. Dr. Neal says the first is that there is no pain or fear in dying. That's hard for a lot of us to buy into. It seems like it should be painful and it should be scary. It's dark and bad.
It's wonderful. Dying is truly a wonderful experience, because one of the things I discovered is that where God's love is present, there really is no room for destructive emotion. There really is no room for fear or panic or regret or guilt or shame or any of those emotions that we hang on to. God's love squeezes out everything else. I always thought drowning would be a terrible way to die. But the fact is, I didn't have air hunger, I didn't have fear. When my legs were breaking, I didn't have pain. I felt alive, and then I felt more alive than I've ever felt and ever will again until I go back.
It's remarkable. Sure, really. I know as an orthopedic surgeon to acknowledge your legs were broken and yet not sense it. It does seem impossible, but you're an orthopedic surgeon telling it to me. Dr. Alexander, the brain is not the producer of consciousness. That's what we were taught in medical school.
Well, that's all true, but that position is no longer fitting the evidence. And this gets deeply into quantum physics and what that's telling us about reality. But really for all the rest of us, what it means is that mind is primordial. Consciousness is what creates all of reality. And that's important to all of us, for example, in placebo effect. Placebo effect is a very strong effect, as those in medicine have realized over the last 6 decades. Mind over matter, that we have a tremendous capacity to heal ourselves, to become more whole. And that's why I think this is so important. The power of prayer and placebo effect, the power of belief. Our beliefs mainly are limiting. And so this understanding of consciousness that's emerging now in the scientific world is one that's very liberating to all humans, because it affirms that we have tremendous power over becoming who we are, becoming more complete and whole, and appreciating that love of the universe for us and that we will be taken care of, as I was told on my journey, is exactly what people can come to manifest in their own lives by believing that their mind truly has tremendous power in making them more whole, more complete in their relationships with others and in their health.
Dr. Neal, you've been there. Both of you have. You make the argument that we don't have to die to have this transformation.
No, and I think that's one of the really powerful and beautiful things about my experiences, is that you don't have to die. There is so much evidence in the world around us, and there's so much evidence in every single person's life for the reality of God's presence, that you don't have to die. All you have to do is actually look back at your own life and collect the evidence. I mean, I'm a scientist. We're all scientists. I believe in evidence. I believe in proof. But I believe that the evidence is there. Absolutely.
Well, thank you for opening our eyes and sharing your stories as tender as they are and articulating them so beautifully. Again, as a doctor, I respect that there's 2 physicians telling me about the afterlife. Dr. Eben Alexander's book is called Living in a Mindful Universe, beautifully written. Truly poetic. And Dr. Mary Neal's book is called 7 Lessons from Heaven, a very profound insight that she gained from her near-death experience. Thank you both for coming back and visiting with us.
Well, thank you.
From the other world I'm meeting. Up next, he's the doctor.